Hello everybody, it's vanburman here, and well, just a couple of disclaimers before I start this video. There may be some partial nudity, and not in a good way. And some of you might find it a bit disturbing, I suppose. So if you don't want to, or not prepared to see anything like that, then I suggest you click off now, although you might have gathered what's going to happen by the title of the video. Basically, one of the things that I've decided to start doing is to try and lose weight, and I wanted to document that for both myself and hopefully, if it goes well, then it can perhaps be of help to other people as well that might want to do it but not really sure where to start or need perhaps a bit of help. I mean, I'm not saying that I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this all from scratch, from what I believe to be the best method for me personally, and just trying to implement that as best as possible. Now, I guess we better get the grim stuff out of the way. I should say this is 2.5 weeks since I started, so I probably was slightly bigger before, but hey, I'm actually quite nervous about doing this. But anyway, so this is what vanburman looks like. Actually, I look far worse on there than I think I look here. So as you can see, not the most attractive guy in the world, unfortunately. Let's do a side angle, just so you can laugh at me. Right, okay. And whenever I do updates on this, I will perhaps go back and do that again so that you can see how it's coming along or not coming along, as it may be. Right, so now I've got that out of the way, thank goodness. I just wanted to talk about basically what my goals are and what I've been doing, what I found difficult. So when people have heard that I been wanting to lose some weight, the first thing they say is, how much do you want to lose? And that to me isn't actually that important. I could lose X number of pounds or stones or kilograms or whatever. But what's important to me is the size of the clothes that I'm wearing. So I'm just going to go through and tell you what size clothes I wear. So my trousers are currently 44 inches along the waist. I'm going on the waist sizes for trousers and general sizing for everything else. Now, of course, if you're in America, the sizing is going to be different, but anyway, I think you just have to go down one. So if it's large for large for us would be medium for America, something like that. Anyway, so 44 inches around the waist, my trousers. I have to say, since I have started, and even before they were a bit baggy, but since I have started, they have definitely become a lot looser, to the point now I've had to go out and buy a belt. So they quite frankly look absurd on me, so I do need to go and buy some new trousers at some point. So that's a good positive first thing we can take from it after the short amount of time that I've been doing it. So I'm going to say that my starting sort of trouser size is 42-inch waist, because I do reckon that's what sort of trousers I've been in at the moment in time anyway. And I'd like to get that down to 36-inch, so 6 inches, which is quite a lot to come down, but that's my goal, and it's just an initial goal. Obviously, if I reach that, and I do want to go a bit further than that, I will, but I just tried to set realistic long-term milestones for that. The next one, well, I guess it's just trousers and shirt sizes, isn't it? But currently wear, in terms of shirt sizes, almost predominantly double XL. Though I do have a fair amount of XL items, but the ones that fit me the best, I guess, are the double XL ones. Once again, I have noticed a slight difference in my 2.5 weeks I've been doing it. People have noticed that I look a little bit thinner, and these are people I haven't even told have been on diet. So that's, nice to hear, definitely. But my goal for that is to come down to a large. I'm quite a big guy, and naturally, I think, obviously I've never lost or tried to lose any weight before, so I'm not trying to get buff or anything like that. That's not a part of what I'm going for. And I think large is probably a good target to aim for. So large shirts, jackets, etc. And which would be medium in American, obviously, in America sizes, and 36-inch waist. So quite a lot to lose, really. But it's just something I've got to do, to be honest. So how have I been going about losing weight? I'll start off with the things I'll start off with what my plan was. So basically, the plan that I have now in terms of my eating is I have a bowl of porridge in the morning. If I'm at work, I buy it from work. Have a big meal at lunchtime. Generally, I try to be as healthy with that as possible. Eating a lot of turkey with veg. But I have experimented with that main meal a bit differently. So, for example, I've done spaghetti bolognese, but with whole wheat spaghetti, and instead of using beef, using turkey mince. So there's different ways you can go about that. And then for dinner, sometimes some soup. Basically, trying to keep it as light as possible, and also drinking lots of water and trying not to snack in between. Now, I'd say for the most part I've done pretty well. There have been some times where I've caved in, unfortunately. It is going to happen. I've also been choosing to do a cheat day once a week, which started off as one meal, but now it's actually the whole day that I just do whatever. I still try and drink water as my main drink, but obviously, I'm allowed to have a can of Pepsi or a can of Coke or whatever I feel like, to be honest. Which is nice. It's nice to have that day where it gives you something to look forward to as well, which is key to it, to be honest, because I do think that helps. The other thing is trying to do exercise as well, so mainly just been weights and sit-ups. I know weights aren't the best for losing weight, but it's getting me moving around and sweating, so just stuff I can do in my room. One of the things I want to do as we progress is I want to start going swimming. I'm really actually quite apprehensive about the swimming because of my size, unfortunately. It's something that's always detracted me from going swimming. So I'm going to be trying my best to break through that barrier and actually go swimming. Whether I will or not does remain to be seen, but definitely have the capacity to go and do it. And I do have the time to go and do it as well. Obviously after work, or because it's just around the corner. So I don't really have too much of an excuse, apart from the fact that obviously I'm incredibly self-conscious about that. What else do I have to say about the diet? Some things I've noticed is, I'm quite a tired guy anyway, but I find myself a lot more tired than normal. I think I'm definitely still adapting to the lower amounts of food and calories and fats, but that takes time. This isn't going to be a short-term diet or plan or whatever you want to call it. I plan on doing fortnightly videos, as I think that's a good amount of time in between each one to do it, and I don't think I've been speaking to some people and we're not likely to notice much physically, like you seeing this video, seeing me, and how I look for perhaps a couple of months. But it's a long, hard grind, but in many ways it sets me up to be better in the future anyway, because I learn better eating habits, and my body learns to function on a lot less food and a lot less unhealthy food as well, which is quite important. I do want to make some initial observations. This is going to be quite a long video, so I apologise. In terms of food cost, if you have all your meals at home, so if you don't have to have meals at work or outside of your house, you can do it for £40 a week, which I think is good. It's not the nicest diet, it's not the most varied. You do have to have the main meal for, probably have to have one main meal for 3 days, one main meal for another 3 days, and then you have your cheat day anyway. So I guess for those 6 days, you know, you can do it. But I'm not really sure what else to say about it, to be honest. If you have any questions about meals or anything specific about how I'm conducting the diet, then please do. I'm not sure how I'm going to judge it. I have bought some new clothes today. Bought some, everything was XL, so no double XL, and that is basically going to be my barometer. I'm going to stick with the same make of clothing, and I'll know that obviously hopefully when they become too big, I can then go down to large, and we'll see how they fit. But that's for me to do off camera anyway. This was just an introductory video to it. So wish me luck, guys. Like I say, I've already been doing it for 2.5 weeks. I wouldn't say I feel any better for it, but the main thing I've noticed is that when I have been bad and have given in, I don't feel it's not a subconscious thing that makes me feel bad. It actually literally physically makes me feel bad. Eating, going from having virtually no fatty stuff to having, well, a fair amount of fat in a meal. It does actually upset you when you do that, so it's quite interesting. Or interesting for me anyway. But anyway, there you have it. That's what I'm doing. So if you've watched this far, you're crazy and you either like me too much or you want to laugh at me. Either way. Anyway, guys. In this video, not really. I don't know. Basically, I'm going to be going to Comic-Con in Birmingham on the 22nd of November, and I can't wait to go. It's the first one I've ever been to, and it should be amazing. So, if any of you guys are going, watching this, let me know, and I'll be happy to say hello, and then walk off awkwardly, because that's what I do. Anyway, guys, I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching.